everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Drams, where some of your favorite whiskey tubers get together to play some D&D and watch Ed's face. Jason will be joining us momentarily, but until then, actually, I hear that we have a bit of a theme going on tonight. We were all wondering what color shirt Jason's going to come in with, but you guys are all drinking rum, if I understand that correctly, right?
Yes.
Yep. All right, so Adriana, why don't you start us off? What are you drinking tonight?
I don't know why I decided to make this, but I decided to make a daiquiri. And then while in Michigan this weekend, the only bottle I picked up for whiskey, I picked up Real McCoy 12 year.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Because, Clifton, I almost wrote in the Discord to ask you, I couldn't remember, but I thought I'd heard y'all mention this.
Tonight, so I'm very excited.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We don't get, any good rums in Utah, so I was just like... There's, I think, maybe a decent rum, and it was at a good price.
I was gonna say for the price, that is a great buy.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, so I figured make it a rum night because I've had a good amount of whiskey, as you can hear in my voice. Weekend.
You put out a great video. I'm about halfway through it. I ended up getting distracted by real stuff. But if anybody's interested, you should go check out Whiskey Mountain's YouTube channel and check out the video. I can't believe the color of the water. I mean, I can because but it's insane.
It's not fake. I went to this was at Iceberg Lake and Glacier National Park, and I'm like, people are gonna think I edited it to bring out the blue or whatever. It's like I had to do nothing.
Glacier National Park is actually on my that's actually going to be the next national park I visit, and then your video just reassured that to me because I'm like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. I gotta go there. So I'm glad to see that you went there, and it looks like an amazing time.
That has been a lifelong bucket list for me since I watched The Hunt for Red October when I was 6.
Wow.
So
that's a long-standing thing. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. So I'm super excited and to have made a video there. So Clifton, what about you? Since asking you about the rum.
Actually, it's funny enough, I'm drinking, starting out with Dorley's, which is the budget line, the same distillery, basically Foursquare out of Barbados. This is just their budget line. It's available in Total Wines pretty much across the country. Real McCoy is their mid-range line, which is, a lot of age-dated stuff. I've had that 12 year. It's really, really good. And then I'm thinking, if things go south as usual, as Bill tends to make them, I'm going to upgrade to the Foursquare, which, again, same distillery. But
can you pronounce it?
Redoutable, obviously. Actually, I think it's literally redoubtable, and I tried to make it fancy when I did the stream, but it's the 14-year ex-bourbon, ex-Madeira cask, 61% ABV. But I got to work my way towards that. I wanted to start with the lower.
So good. So good. Yeah.
Hey, Jason. Welcome.
And
is that dark blue shirt or is it black? It looks dark blue.
It's pretty.
I don't know.
The only one who's not wearing black is the darkest
of the group.
I mean, I had black on, and I'm like, I feel like I always wear black. Let me switch it up with some dark blue.
Of course, this time.
Let's just say it wasn't. Now, if I came on wearing white, there could be a problem.
Awesome. What are you drinking tonight, Jason, or do you know yet?
No, I think I actually just pulled out a couple barrel picks. I just don't know which one I'm going to drink yet. I think I'm going to actually drink the this Yellowstone one, which we did, which I think some of these picks could be pretty underrated. But we got a really great pick. We named it after Todd Ritter, who's in our Patreon group. We called it Old Ritter. So
that's a good name.
That is a perfect name.
Yeah, we call it the Old Ritter. We call it Old Ritter 115, kind of a play on the Old Granddad 114. So
yeah,
I like it.
I like that.
Oh, poor Todd Ritter.
Not only did he take it in stride, but he wanted he's making shirts with the sticker. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
He's a cool dude.
Ed, what are you drinking tonight?
Going with the rum theme. Well, actually, this wasn't even going with the rum theme. This was a weird coincidence that I made. It's not exactly a daiquiri. It's just Sprite, lemonade, and rum. Is what I got here.
Oh,
that is a very tall glass. I expect
in a very tall glass.
I expect to see Agnomeio go a bit.
So you guys are drinking rum tonight?
We are.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
it's a rum party over here.
Got a lovely Foursquare 2000.
You bastards! Everywhere I have gone, all the traveling I have done recently, I look for Redoubtable, and it's freaking nowhere. So finally, I got this Real McCoy, which I'm gonna go for.
I have. Isn't it Redoubtable?
Redubitubula.
I have no
Redubitabula.
idea. I mispronounced it on my first stream. I'm just going with it. So.
The first time I was so embarrassed. First time I ever saw that label, I'm like, whatever it was when they released it last year, or the year before, whatever. And I first read it like really quickly. I was like, oh yeah, the new Foursquare round table. Anyone see that one?
I was the one that went crazy. I was like,
it was so wrong.
That's really funny.
I looked at it again. I was like, oh, I suck.
That's awesome.
For later, when I go over to Neat Pours, I have some Clement, 10-year-old from Martinique. I really like these rum agricoles. They're pretty fun. They're weirdly vegetal, but also kind of, they're still kind of sugary sweet, which is fun. So yeah,
you would like the ones that are weirdly vegetal. I feel like as a rye drinker, that makes a lot of sense.
It's kind of perfect. It's basically the rye of rums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if I would like that, and then he said that. I'm like, no, that's a rye drinker's rum. Not my jam.
Your Barbados rum, Adriana.
Yeah.
You like Puerto Rican rum. I mean, there's not very.
I have to.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say that's not a far.
I have to.
She has to by law, actually.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I have a Danku Añejo that my dad got me. That's okay by itself. It's still more of a mixer rum, but it's better than. I
don't like Bacardi at all. Like that's the only rum that I won't drink because it has like a weird note. But I don't associate that note with Puerto Rican rum. I associate it with Bacardi. So like I want to explore more beyond
that note you're getting is called artificial. That's why.
Yeah, probably.
There is something that tastes kind of like medical. It's not like iodine, but there's something medical about Bacardi to me.
Yes. Agreed. Yeah. It's like
I don't understand why y'all are drinking Bacardi by itself.
It's like rum here. Like you ask for a rum, that's going to be Bacardi. Like
yeah, like even in Puerto Rico, it's like but you're mixing it. Still, we're not that crazy.
Anyway, so what are you drinking on tonight?
Well, at the moment I'm drinking water because I'm trying to decide whether I'm getting sick or not, and I'm not sure. And I'm but.
You can make a hot toddy with rum.
Well, I should have made a hot toddy, but that's not. Maybe I could text my wife and be like, "Hey, bring me a drink," but that won't go well. So if I'm feeling up to it, I might have something later. But I don't have any rum down here, and I was trying to look for anything I have this rum finish, and I'm gonna have to really rack my brain about this because I don't know what I have.
There's not many good rum finishes. Do you have?
Right?
You have
exactly.
You had Ardbeg drum.
Oh yeah.
Do I have Ardbeg? No, I don't have drum. No. But you're totally right. There aren't a whole lot of good rum finishes, so I don't have them. So I think my first one was
actually
Tullamore, the Tullamore one, the Caribbean cast, which was I was not a fan. Yeah.
Don't even if you take that bottle out on that's it.
I don't have it anymore.
I forgot about that one.
I think I mixed it until it was gone. But
I feel like what's the one? Angel's Envy Rye. That's rum finished. Right?
Yeah, I don't have
but that doesn't taste like rye. That tastes like marshmallows, which is
it really does. It really does
for me. I can't quite get behind that one.
It tastes like maple syrup and marshmallows. That's it.
It's the only slightly approachable rye.
That is one rye Erica will drink. Yeah.
It tastes like French toast.
Suffice it to say, I might not be drinking rum along with you guys. So we'll see.
I just want you to know that at Pours in the Park, I saw little TaLin here behind a tree sipping some Pikesville rye.
Whatever.
I
was not drinking any. Somebody tricked me.
Liar.
Somebody tricked me and put rye in my glass, and I poured it into Nick's, and went and got more Foursquare.
How was that? I saw photos. I'm so jealous. It looked like an absolutely incredible time.
It was so much fun. It was ridiculous. I'm like mad I didn't get pictures with half the people I should have, but it was. So freaking
it goes so fast, and you're just like, oh crap! I didn't take picture of that person.
Yeah, like I got to meet Jason for like a hot minute, but it's just like so many people.
TaLin Creek in person, it was amazing.
Right?
I actually forgot. I didn't know it was happening this week. I'm like, shit. Like I feel like I should have known about this, but it looks so fun. So I'm jealous.
It was that was super cool.
And look, I'm having one in the last weekend in August, and it's Sagamore in Maryland. If you want to come to that one, I know it's across the country.
Oof, that's like all the way across the country.
All the way across the country.
Yeah,
might be tough.
Somebody messaged me about that one today, and I was looking up tickets, and I was like, man, I had so much fun at this one. But then I looked up tickets and I was like, oh, that's.
There'll be a West Coast one next year. Don't worry.
Well,
You
do the guest tickets for, you're not the full ticket. The only reason why the full ticket's that expensive because it includes the bottle.
Oh, sorry, I meant plane tickets.
Yeah. That's really the big limiter is pay $1,000 to go, somewhere else to drink.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
plane
you
tickets
tell
a
good way.
Yeah.
I mean, if I did Spirit, I could do some really weird times.
You might not make it.
Pay double for fees and stuff. But
I love their planes. Don't their planes have shag carpet?
Do they actually?
No, I don't think so.
Ed was really excited. He was like, I want to go.
That's terrible, but in kind of a great way.
Right, yeah. Could you imagine how gross that would be
plain.
within like a day? Ugh. People would just have their bare feet on it. Oh. No thanks.
No.
Well, anyway, I want to give a shout out to our patrons before we dive in because I know we're off the rails already.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Mike, Steve, Tony Two Toes, EJ, James Taylor, David, Martin, Scott MC, and Paul. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. You can support us on patreon.com/Dungeons and Drams and get access to some cool behind the scenes stuff that Bill has been working behind our backs.
I feel like I heard a couple of new names in there, so that's awesome.
Yeah, we have 9 patrons at the moment, which is we're doing all right. Would love to have some more people because it's like this. It's funny the software things, they all come in like a big chunk. So it's like I want to do stuff like merchandise, but we gotta work up to that. Hey TaLin, I don't see you in Foundry. Oh, there you are now. You just joined.
Should be now. Yep. Just
cool. All right. I was trying to give you as much time to see the message as I could.
I saw the message just now.
Yeah. So one more thing I want to announce. So this Thursday, I'm going to be on a podcast called Roll for Beer. It's by Legends of Logomancy, which is another YouTube channel. So they invited me on to talk about whiskey and Dungeons and Dragons. I think we're actually going to be talking probably a little bit about some of these AI things I've been making these videos about. So it should be really fun. And I just dropped a link to the podcast. But check that out and look for it. I'm sure I'll post it on our YouTube and all that stuff. So I'm very excited for that. These guys seem very knowledgeable, even more so than, I'm not an expert here, but they know like a lot about D&D and beer. So
nice.
Cool.
All right. Well, if there's anybody have anything else that they want to bring up, otherwise we'll get to the recap.
You mean something relevant? No.
No, definitely not. So, why do that now? So, all right. So, let me just pause this. And when last we saw Snortimer's soldiers, they had worked their way through the Chamber of Reflection, following several Lumiglow, a gecko-like species that inhabits the Golden Vault. They discovered 2 bodies of water, one surrounded by candles, the other seemingly meaningless. Occasionally catching their eyes in the reflection of the Sunstone, the group summoned a group of Sunstone elementals, which were dispatched, but not before doing some pretty heavy damage to the group, mostly Booker. Their enemies fallen, our heroes collected the shards of Sunstone, now totaling 16 pounds of rough Sunstone and 8 pounds of cut Sunstone. TaLin healed Booker from some near-fatal injuries, using good berries, I believe, which is kind of a funny thought to have a dog eating like a grapefruit-sized berry, like 10 of them, but yeah, whatever. So,
he's a big dog.
He's a big dog.
If TaLin can eat it, he definitely can. So.
And then Alessio went to investigate the door to the next room. Meanwhile, TaLin, Booker, and Agnomeio, meanwhile, TaLin and Agnomeio, Booker did not come, dove into one of the bodies of water and found 2 seemingly magical swords. Agnomeio leaned down, looking at the magical rapier, its blade appearing to be wrought from pure molten lava that's been cooled into a dark, glossy obsidian. Deep within the blade, veins of bright, fiery orange glow intermittently, resembling a living heart of flame. The hilt is blackened steel, adorned with small rubies, and the crossguard is shaped like tongues of flame. As soon as Agnomeio's hand touched it, a large fire elemental appearing as a towering beast standing upon 4 legs, composed entirely of dancing flames, appeared. Its body flickers and roars with varying shades of orange, red, and yellow. It has no discernible facial features, but 2 brighter spots might suggest eyes. It is staring at you, Agnomeio. What would you like to do?
I don't like when things stare at Agnomeio. He does crazy things.
Hi.
Rude.
Is this yours? Is this your sword?
The sword does not.
Wasn't there something about 2 brothers? Sorry.
That's all right. The sword.
What was the thing about two brothers?
You're killing me. All right, so let me go back to the recap real quick. So there was a book between the two swords that told a story of two brothers who had these two swords, and it basically they kind of kept gathering power until finally they destroyed each other.
Okay, sorry.
That's
now
okay.
You can go back to your cool voice.
No, that's okay. Back to my cool voice. All right. It says, the sword does not belong to me.
Hey, Bill, what was something about the two brothers?
I'm going to kill everybody. Rocks fall from the ceiling. I believe that's the saying.
All right, it's real stuff.
So, all right. Sorry, give me just a sec. Actually, it kind of worked out that you guys are all idiots because the stream view was not showing the place anyway. All right, so you let's start from the beginning there, Agnomeio, if you don't mind.
All right. Hi. Is this your sword?
The sword does not belong to me, but I am its guardian.
Oh. So if I were to take it, you would do what exactly?
It depends on your use. I am meant to protect it from those who would abuse its power. But you have something that, what do you say, I don't know. I don't know quite what I want to say. I'm trying to word this properly without giving too much away. I'm sorry. This is why I drink before I start. So I'm a lot better when I drink. All right.
Fair.
Anyway, he once you ask the question of whether you what will happen if you take it, the fire on the sword actually erupts and it shoots up about 5 feet tall, blasting or charring the ceiling above you.
Oh boy.
So
Well, if you do want to let me take this sword, I promise to use it to only kill bad guys, especially one bad guy in particular. And I think it'd be really cool if I could stab him and light him on fire at the same time. That's pretty awesome, right?
This may serve the sword's purpose. Tell me,
Right.
the chaos of flame. How do you expect to control the chaos of flame?
Oh, dude, you don't have to worry about that. I am flaming chaos already, and I am in perfect control of myself. And listen, I got like 3 buddies who, if I get out of control, they're gonna put a stop to it. You don't have to worry about that. They are always telling me to get in control.
All right. You know what? Why don't you make a persuasion check?
Oh boy.
I do love whenever I ask you guys to roll anything, it's always oh boy.
Boy.
Risky whiskey.
All right, good start to
Already?
the
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
wow.
doing an early one. Oh, geez.
first roll of the night at Risky Whiskey.
Holy moly. There's a oof, man.
Oh
Saw that
no.
chug. I saw that chug.
Yeah.
Come
wow.
on. No! It's the same roll!
So, did you just chug like that whole glass of rum?
Almost.
I kind of
Yeah,
missed
got
it.
a little
there's a
left.
lot.
All
I got a
right,
little left.
roll one more time. I'm giving you one more roll on that because that's a commitment. That's not just like a quarter of a glass.
Oh my god!
That's not
rolled 3
possible.
fours.
That's insane.
Oh
How?
my god,
How?
something is rigged tonight. Something's rigged.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well,
Looks like you have no persuasion skills.
Oh. Wow,
Yikes.
that's bad.
Yikes.
I sense in you that you are possibly the one to hold this sword, but you must prove it to me. And actually, at this point, Agnomeio, TaLin, and the Elemental, we're going to roll for initiative.
No.
Oh boy.
I'm going high proof just to watch this.
Let's
Yeah,
get some
fine.
tunes going here. All right. Let's see. What song starts with the word hell? Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited to be a part of that.
Gateway to hell. That sounds good.
Yep, that sounds fitting.
All right. So, okay, you guys rolled initiative. So, Agnomeio.
Yep.
You are up first in this initiative order. What would you like to do?
Well, you just said I have to prove myself, right? You didn't actually say we had to fight,
True.
Yeah,
right?
something like that. Yep.
Point.
Yeah. So I'm gonna prove. No, let's fight him. This is gonna be fun. This will be a good time. Let's fight this big beastie. I was gonna say I'm gonna prove how fast I can run away with this sword, but
Sure. So tell me, are you picking up the sword? Are you doing your own stuff? What are you doing?
No, I'm gonna pick up the sword. I'm gonna pick up the sword and be like, "Aha! Have at thee, motherfucker!" All
right. So for the sake of this, I will tell you that you have picked up a sword. It is not identified yet. So actually, that's a good point. I hadn't really considered that. I will mark it as not identified. So I'm going to drop this on your character. This is Pyroxys's Ember Edge. I'll equip it for you just for fun. So you have essentially a magical sword, but until you actually attune to it, you cannot use any of its special abilities.
Okay, so it's just magic.
Yep.
All right,
but it will function as a +1 sword, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's dance, big fella.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right. So I will do an attack on him. Ooh. Yeah. That's 24. So I hope
that'll hit.
Hits.
Yep. Yeah, that'll hit.
I was gonna be like, if that doesn't hit, I am gonna go with the running plan. Comes to 15. Right.
So you do 15 points of damage. As you stab Pyroxys with the flaming sword, you see that it doesn't quite do as much damage as you thought. In fact, it doesn't seem to do any damage.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I kind of wondered if that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to use my second attack to whip him.
Okay.
With my whip. Except that, why won't you let me roll, mister? That's a little odd.
Is Spiccolo not working?
Yeah, apparently. Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Now it's working.
Okay, good. Phew.
Oh.
Boy,
well,
your rolls are not garbage tonight.
I don't think a 10's going to hit.
No, it's definitely not going to hit. So 10 will not hit. So you kind of lash out with your whip, and it kind of just floats like right through him, almost just trying to grab a flame with a whip. All right. Anything else?
I'll do a jaunty jig in his face.
A jaunty jig. So funny thing. I want you to make a performance roll for me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's what it is. You have to be good enough at dancing.
Oh man,
this is a fire dance battle.
This is a. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, very
and of
good.
course, that is your true skill set.
He did some moonwalk shit right there.
He's doing a little breakdance on this pedestal.
No. If this is based off of Antonio Banderas, I'm hoping you pulled out some like really sexy salsa moves.
There we go. Yeah.
I think he absolutely would. So Pyroxys looks entertained, and you actually he goes he laughs at you, and he kind of his flames kind of dim a bit, almost as if he's not quite as angry. However, he's not quite he's not quite your best friend yet, and he's gonna just reach out towards you with his hand. He's gonna make a touch attack for 9, which is gonna miss, and he's gonna reach out with his other hand, basically trying to grab you.
He has 2 hands. Come on.
He's got 4 legs actually, but two of them are hens. All right. So this will do. That's gonna hit for looks like 10 damage.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
10 fire damage. All right. Excellent. So all right, TaLin, what would you like to do? At the moment, you do not have his attention whatsoever. He knows that you're there. He has looked at you, but he is engaged with Agnomeio. What are you doing?
Oh, we're engaged?
Okay.
We should probably start playing.
It's a fiery romance.
Well done.
Remind me to tell you guys the absolute best dad joke I made the other day later. But yes, it's so cringe. It's so cringe. It's amazing. All right, go ahead. What are you doing?
So TaLin is gonna run over to the blue flame. Blue sword.
Yeah.
Hoping basically that maybe it's cold and can help fight this guy, even though it also might bring out somebody else.
Sure. So you scramble up the rock, and as you touch it, another elemental appears. This one appears to be completely made out of ice. And it says to you, "You are not worthy of the sword."
Oh,
Dang.
damn, that's like
Mine was much
What a
less
burn.
conservative.
that's some Voldemort.
Yeah,
shit.
your guy was like, maybe you could be,
Well,
sort of thing.
So let me tell you guys
damn.
about the way this sword looks as well. So it's a slender rapier. It looks as if it's been carved from a single flawless piece of glacial ice. Yet it's as hard as any steel and never melts. When unsheathed, a faint mist surrounds the blade, and the air grows around it grows perceptibly colder. This is just telling you about it. The hilt's wrapped in white leather, cool to the touch, with a crossguard shaped like delicate crystalline snowflakes.
So this dude tells me I'm not worthy. In combat, is it an action to talk back, like to have a conversation?
Damn.
Nope. It's not really an act. Like,
Okay.
it's if you talk like a lot, then it's something that we'll consider.
Okay. What would it take to be deemed worthy?
That's a good question. Let me just read something real quick here. Sorry.
I like the idea that this guy just pulls out like one of those little tiny notebooks, and he's like, "Actually,
Right?
let me."
He's like, let me check my notes. So
I haven't talked to anybody in a long time.
he says, "You must possess the spirit of somebody looking to defend others."
I mean, can others include a dog?
Your dog's pretty hurt. Your dog is pretty hurt at the moment, and he's not with you.
Yeah. And I left him behind to protect him.
Well,
And I fight anybody who
convince
tries
the elemental,
to
not me.
come at him. Yeah.
JG in the
Look,
chat just said, "This spirit likes rye."
Well, peace. It's been good, dude. Okay. So I respond with, though I've traveled for years alone, I've now been traveling with these others and dedicated all my time and energy to helping to defend them, and do everything I can to defend the life of my comrade since he was a child. Booker.
All right. Make a persuasion roll.
Oh. I hope that's not charisma based, because
It definitely is.
we all know I don't have that.
It definitely is.
Well,
Not bad.
That's
Oh,
an
actually,
11.
Not great. Maybe.
He says, "It is true that you fight for others, but you are not the one we're looking for."
It's because it's a rapier, isn't it? You don't think girls can have rapiers? Fine. Was I able to touch it? Was I able to touch the sword
The
at all?
elemental like
could
puts
I
his
pick it
arms
or
up,
I
and he's
couldn't get
he's just like, I never said anything about gender. We're a D&D
I'm like, this is sexist.
He'll come and get us. No.
This is sexist and racist because I'm a halfling.
Well, with your perception roll,
Like if I wanted to just throw it over to Agnomeio, which was half my plan to begin with.
Please be careful throwing a sword at me.
So go ahead and grab it. So
don't-
if are you gonna try to throw
it? Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Are you gonna try?
Don't.
Sorry. Are you
So I
going
can
to
try to grab
throw
it? Yes.
You and I are the worst at talking over each other. It's both of us.
I
We're
know.
both the worst. All right. Yeah. So you're gonna try to throw the sword to Agnomeio?
Oh,
Yes.
this could go
All right.
bad.
So you reach over to grab the sword, and this elemental here is not a fan of that. And what he's going to do is he's going to use freezing touch on you.
Rude.
which is going to be a 24 to hit, as he reaches his
that's gonna
hand
hit.
out and just a mist of cold air engulfs you and does 11 points of cold damage. And he says, "You may not touch the sword."
You could have told me that first.
He did.
Well,
How you doing over there, TaLin?
so my one hand is just frozen and in place, or are both hands frozen in place?
No, you're not frozen. You just took damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Anything else?
With that, can I climb back down the thing and back over to the book?
Sure. Yeah. So as you walk
Sounds
away,
like
he kind of floats there, and he's not engaging with you. It's more he's keeping you from the
Okay,
sword.
cool.
All right. Up next is it's the ice
Also-
elemental. So he's going
Also,
to
am I able to? Is it an action to take my health potion?
It would be an action,
Okay,
but you
put
could
down.
you could do that on your you could do that. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, Agnomeio, what are you doing?
And go on and see what happens.
Well, you know what? The big fella seems to like dancing. You know what? It takes two to tango. So I'm gonna grab the nearest partner, which is this Lumaglow. I'm gonna try to grab him.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Tell me what you want to do.
I want to snag this little Lumaglow, and I want to tango with him around this pedestal. Oh, and I'll put a little hat on him too. He can have one of my hats.
Finally, you're not using them.
All right. Let's make a performance check with advantage.
All right.
Yes.
That will be a 18.
An 18. That'll be fine. So you man, I'm sorry. So I see you like kind of just holding its little legs, and it's just like it's like, no, what's going on? And you're just and you see Pyroxis here. He laughs again, and his flames die down a bit, and actually he starts to get a bit smaller as well. We'll see what happens on his turn. But is there anything else that you'd like to do?
No, that's all. That's all.
All right. So we're actually going to He is in fact getting smaller. So he is now kind of moving his way over to the sword, and he says, "You have shown your chaos. I will join you, and you and I will set fire to the lands." All right. And he is going to disappear into the sword. And you now have this sword on you.
Oh,
You,
wow. All right.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Very cool.
You found a very creative way that I had accounted for, but really didn't think you were going to do. I have it in my note. Well, whatever. All right. So that will end his turn. TaLin, you are up. We're actually going to end combat at the moment, unless something else happens. Rhymegeist, the other ice elemental, he is basically just staring at you at the moment.
Cool.
Well, I'm going to put down this little Lumaglow and thank you for this dance.
The Lumaglow bows in kind, and the little hat that you gave it falls off, and it kind of races off into the walls. It's not like it doesn't know what just happened, but it doesn't want any more of it.
Poor little
Like when you play with a
confused
cat.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break from you guys, although think of what you might like to do next. We're going to go over to Knobolas and Alessio. So guys, while this is all happening, I would say that you still probably wouldn't have heard anything because there's that water kind of dividing you, and the walls are solid, rock and sunstone. So as far as you know, they've just been gone for a while, and you still actually don't know if they ever even made it through. What, Alessio, you said that you were investigating the door, which I'll remind you has 5 small holes in it. Each one is about 1/4 inch deep and about 1 inch in diameter. And they appear kind of like jagged.
Alessio and Albus are just kind of, it's like blue. Like, oh, what's happening over there? Oh, this cave's kind of nice. door is pretty solid. What's happening here? Okay.
I feel like after a while we would start to get a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Like if it's been a good amount of time, we should probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like-
What do you think?
I was actually thinking like I wanted to send Neil over there, but I don't think Neil can dive underwater. Can he? I don't think so.
Is Booker still with me? Am I looking at the map correctly?
Yes, so Booker is hanging out with you. He was left behind by TaLin because he probably can't fit through the hole. Actually, in fact, the hole that you guys went through was fairly small. If you wanted to go through it, you would have to squeeze, which is basically going to take additional movement and may factor into whether you need to breathe or not. Because keep in mind, role playing wise, neither one of you know how far of a tunnel it is or how deep it goes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Do we? I mean, I feel like they're pretty good. Like, I think they got it, but like also like, do we need to go? In?
I don't know. I say maybe we try my theory quickly here before try to see if it works on the door before we dive over there.
Okay. What is your theory?
So in the other room there were small candles laying on the ground.
Yep.
What I wanted to do is place those in the small little holder slots that you said for the door to see if that might open it.
Okay. So you walk over to the candles. You scoop up 5 of them, I'm assuming. You bring them over to the door, and what you notice is that when you hold the candles up to the spots, they do glow, but nothing happens. It's like a dull glow.
A dull glow.
Do they like spit in them at all, or are they?
It seems very clear. Like, I mean, you test it, whatever. It seems very clear that the indentations in the door are reacting to light.
Oh.
Or heat. I mean, it's a flame, so it could be either one.
Okay.
Do we still have torches on us? I mean, is it potentially?
You do.
Yeah, maybe we like torch, use a bigger light source.
Would you like to try that?
Yes, let's do that.
Well,
all
right. Well, okay, go ahead. Let's see what happens when we do that.
All right, so Alessio, I'll take care of that. There's a little icon that lights a torch for you, but the room is very bright, or fairly bright anyway, so you might not see it. But either way, you pull out a torch, and the holes actually glow brighter, but still nothing happens.
I'm wondering if we have some. Do we have some of the what is it called? The gold, not the gold, whatever it's called, the sunstone. Do we have maybe little pieces of it, or did we?
Yeah, you guys gathered some shards. Absolutely.
Yeah, we gathered some shards. I mean, if it gives off a big glow, I say we put little pieces of the glow in those slots and see what happens. That's the last thing we'll try there, DM.
Sure. So, unfortunately, again, it reacts the same way. It does seem brighter, and it does not unlock anything.
Okay.
Actually, why don't you excuse me, why don't you roll an intelligence check for me, Alessio?
Okay. I hope I'm smart. Oh wait, yes, intelligence. Here we go.
Okay. With a 12. Maybe it has something to do with this room and the fact that it's called the Chamber of Reflections.
Oh.
Well, we did see our reflections on the actual walls earlier. We saw it like reflecting in the stones.
You did?
And that's what created those like creatures that attacked us.
Correct.
They were like mirrors of ourselves.
At the moment, I'm assuming that you guys are being careful enough to not repeat that mistake, but it doesn't mean that you can't look.
Yeah, we're not gonna look in the same spot.
Did we collect anything from their bodies? I mean, was there anything left from their bodies other than the stones? We got the stones. We got that.
And you're going to be mad at me here because you guys collected 4 2-pound cut sunstones, not 5.
Where'd the other one go?
There were only 4 enemies.
What the fuck? Okay. Can we put those 4 into the slots and see what happens?
Sure. So they do not fit. They're way too big.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, they need to be refined. Remember, they were just raw stone. All right, so the Chamber of Reflections. Man, but the problem is how do we? If it's sunstone, we were able to see our reflection in some of the sunstone spots.
Ignore that.
Did someone not see their reflection? Booker?
Uh,
Should Booker have seen his reflection?
It would be hard to-
you know what? I want to check. So there's this this big chunk of sunstone right here in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Can I move it or turn it? Is it actually like solid? Like can I turn it to like maybe bend some light to hit the door? I don't know.
Sure.
I gotta turn it a certain way.
So, you kind of are on the right track. So I'll give you a little bit more. As you walk up to the sunstone with the torch in hand, you notice that the light is actually being amplified to a large degree as it passes through the sunstone. And with some finagling, you're able to use your torchlight and make various bouncing lights hit those small spots, and the door unlocks.
Oh,
wow! Okay.
You said, "Can I get a reflection?" It was. You think you got it? Yeah, you would have seen it.
I think I got it close enough. Yeah,
it's basically it's like light bouncing off of a diamond ring. Like it's just scattered, kind of.
And,
yeah,
and that like when you have your watch in the car and it kind of like bounces off the light.
Precisely.
Got it.
All right, so the door unlocks. You hear ka-chunk. Yep. The door is unlocked, but it's closed at the moment.
Knobolas, I think I figured it out.
Make your way.
All right, so we're gonna go to the door and to the map where it says what is it called? Probably fine.
Oh, this is no.
This is the probably fine area, but so Knobolas, I mean, do you feel like we should go after them and see how they are, or go through the door?
I like the probably fine room. That sounds fun. Let's go.
All right, let's go through the door.
All right. So you open the door, and in front of you is a fairly short hallway, maybe about 30-40 feet long. And at the end of the hallway, you see another door to the right. Along this hallway are a number of sunstones that are shimmering across the ground.
Oh, wow. This must be that extra, like, A grade sunstone. all the shimmers.
So I'm going to pause you guys for just a moment. Well, finish your thought. Finish your thought. Yeah.
No, I was actually gonna take either like shoot an arrow across the room to see to make sure there's no traps.
Sure. All right. So you knock an arrow and you shoot it across the room. Are you aiming for sunstone or wall?
Just wall. I don't want to pierce the sunstone.
Sure. So you shoot an arrow across the room. It passes through many rays of light. It sails through the room. Totally no issue. It does bounce off the cave wall, though. It does not stick in. You and your little short bow.
I'll pick that up on the way out.
Sure. All right. So let's hop over to Agnomeio and TaLin. So what are you guys doing?
I muted myself so I wouldn't talk during them. I always get in trouble for that. I was asking Agnomeio for dance lessons during all of that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. As you're bleeding and frostbite.
Yeah.
Well, the first step is to grab a small translucent lizard.
Got it.
Well, I would like to give a piece of my mind to this giant fella. Hey, you big fella, how dare you say my good friend TaLin is not worthy of this sword? She is so smart and she is so capable, and you are rude, sir. You are so rude.
Oh, God.
Don't you ever talk to her again.
Don't raise your voice to her, guy.
Good day to you, sir.
Oh, God.
So let me ask you a question. Are you persuading, intimidating, or just yelling at it?
I'm just yelling at him.
Okay. So at the moment, he or it is pretty much just staring at you, but it's not making any movements because you're not too close to the sword. No response.
TaLin's doing that thing, where like when your friend is being belligerent and you're like pulling them back, like, no, I've already been beat the shit out of. Leave him alone.
I look at TaLin and I just mouth, get ready to run. And I'm going to jump up and grab the sword off the plate.
Oh, man. All right.
TaLin's already running.
All right. So we are going to, I'm going to add the three of you again to combat.
Damn it.
What are y'all doing?
So go ahead.
This guy was rude. I'm taking his sword
Go ahead and roll your initiative.
People don't deserve nice swords.
Okay.
You guys rolled initiative.
Is that enough to take cover behind?
What are you trying to do? You want to take cover behind something? Is that what you said?
Like if I were to go behind this sunstone that's sticking out here, would I have cover?
Yeah, you would have. I'd give you +2 to your AC. All right, cool. So that'll be your movement. Did you want to do anything else?
I don't know that am I first?
You are first. Yes.
Oh, I am first.
Yep.
I'm pretty much just gonna yell at Agnomeio to leave. I don't want to like shoot anything at him unless it looks like he really is gonna be aggressive towards us. So.
Okay.
I ready in action.
You're gonna ready in action like a.
Do that.
What are you readying?
The arrow. Arrow.
And if he attacks Agnomeio, you're going to shoot an arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You got it. All right. Up next is Rhymegeist. So Agnomeio, your action, like your intro to this was going up and grabbing the sword. So that'll happen prior to this. So he is going to look at you and he's going to say, the sword does not belong to you. Freeze. And he is going to cast Ice Nova, which is going to hit both of you. All right. Well, so you both need to make what is it? It's a Constitution saving throw, please.
Joke.
I'm sorry. I take that back. TaLin, it does not hit you. It centers on him, so it's only going to hit Agnomeio. So I apologize. Great. Yep. All right. So and you got a 9. All right. So you are going to take 10 points of cold damage. Wow, he rolled really crappy. So you're going to take 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
All right. I like that 10 points is really crappy.
Well, it's a 4d8, so it could have been 32.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So, all right, Agnomeio, you're up.
All right.
Do I consider that an attack?
Yes, you do. So you can go ahead and take your attack action.
Oh. So yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So you are. There's just a amount of just steam and ice crystals in the air, and it just shimmers, and you can't quite see it, and you miss with your arrow. All right. Agnomeio, you are up. What are you doing?
I'm going to pull this sword from the plinth and hightail it out of here.
Okay. All right. So, let me just check one thing real quick. Damn it. Ice Nova doesn't freeze you in your place. I thought it did. Oh, well. That's okay. So, he... what is he going to do? Okay. So, you grab it and you're going to run. So, show me where you go.
All right. I'm gonna go. Well, to there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
First of all.
Okay.
Right here.
All right. So you're gonna start running out of the cave. You can move yourself. Yep. That's fine.
Okay. I just want to see if anything happened before.
No, that's okay. Okay. So anything else?
Well, could I dash? Could I dash?
Yeah, you could dash. So if you want to try to like dive into the water, that would be fine.
And I do still have the sword. It didn't like turn into I don't know, ephemeral mist or anything. I'm
actually glad that you asked. So you do have the sword in your hand. That's no problem. However, it's going to be doing some damage to you the whole time that you hold it. It's going to do a d6 of cold damage. So at the moment, it does two more points of cold damage to you as you're holding onto it. And every turn, it will.
That's cool. I don't really want it. I'm mostly just doing this to spite him. Yeah, I'm gonna flip him off as I run, turn around and just flip him off and I dive through the wall.
Sure. All right, so I'll move you with your swimming speed and whatever. You can get just outside the wall. Okay. So you notice that the sword itself is so cold that it starts to the water around you starts to almost become like slushy, and you imagine it'll start to freeze pretty soon. All right.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's good to know.
TaLin, you're up.
Okay. So Agnomeio stole what TaLin was going to do, but I'm still going to do it. She's going to run run, jump in the water, and give him the bird. While she does.
Oh, I love that. So, for those listening at home, she has a giant foam middle finger that she is holding up. So it's amazing. All right, so as you jump in the water, you notice it is considerably colder. I mean, this water is near freezing temperature in a matter of like seconds. As you stick your head up, you notice that the water is almost like thick with slush.
Sure.
All right, is there anything else?
I just swim as fast as I can through freezing bones. That's it.
All right, so Rhymegeist is going to go next, and then we're also going to add Knobolas and Alessio to the initiative order, since they would start to hear you guys kind of making your way into this area. All right, so Rhymegeist is going to... He's going to dash, and he's going to... Oh, whatever. Collides with a wall. So he is going to head over to the water. He's going to kind of become one with the water. And as he emerges from the other side, you see a crystal-like film developing on the top as it's starting to freeze. You imagine that this will go very quickly. All right, Knobolas and Alessio, if you guys could both roll initiative, I'll place you in kind of an order. But while you're doing that, Agnomeio, you are up next.
All right. I would like to run over here real quick. Yeah, I'm going to run 5, 10, 15. I'm just going to get out of the water.
Sure. I'm going to tell you that right now with the state of the water, you're going to be moving at half speed.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yep. Same with you, TaLin.
So I'll go to 5, 10. Whoop. And I guess 25 rounded down or up?
Rounded
I was going to ask
down.
the same thing.
Like in your
Rounded
favor.
down? All right.
Yep.
Oh, in my favor. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, so up.
So yeah, I'll get to there.
All right.
And then I'm just going to toss the sword behind these rocks.
Okay.
Over by this
So you're going to take one more point of cold damage from the sword before you throw it.
That's cool.
Okay. So you are throwing the sword. Ping on the map where you want it to land.
Just right here. Right on over here.
Cool. So the sword is right there. All right. Anything else?
Let's see here. I'm going to use my second wind right quick.
Okay.
Because I'm a little hurt. Just a little.
All right. So that's going to give you some additional
12, so that's pretty good.
Cool. Okay. Knobolas, you are up. And so Knobolas, from your point of view, so you and Alessio sneak through this door, and you're kind of watching Alessio shoot this bow. Suddenly you hear you hear two little splashes as the gnomes pop their heads out, and then you hear a giant splash as the elemental surfaces out of the water as well. And then you hear the pitter-patter of little feet running and the clattering of a sword hitting the ground. That is what you know.
I would like to run towards whatever is making this noise.
Okay, excellent.
How far am I? I'm curious.
So you could realistically get in range. You're about, if you use your full 30 feet, you could get into a place where you could see him.
Okay, great. Yeah, I want to do that if I can figure it out.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Now I see what's going on. Okay. I take like 2 seconds to process this, and I see this giant mother effer in the middle of the thing, and obviously, I will ready my Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Are you going to use it or?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you said ready, so I wasn't sure.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, I will use it. All right, so first one, let's go for it.
All right. So luckily Booker is very short because you're going to be shooting right over his head, which is not a problem. So 24 will definitely hit for 8 damage.
Nice.
All right.
All right. I'd like to do my second one. 17.
All right. 17 will also hit for 13 damage. Nice. All right. So Rhymegeist takes some damage. The first real damage it's taken, actually. And
You're welcome.
you now have his eye as well. All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm no, I'm good.
Okay. Excellent. Alessio, you're up. Same description. You kind of heard all those things, and you saw Knobolas run into the other room, and you hear his nipples explode with eldritch power. You know.
Oh, I heard the crack of the nipples. I gotta get there. So.
Clifton, can you give me an example of what that might sound like? Excellent.
With the extra, don't underemphasize the p before the cha.
Awesome. Alessio, what are you doing?
All right, so I run same direction. I follow Knobolas.
Okay.
Come out to see what's going on.
All
And
right.
I see the giant ice beast,
Mhm.
and I say, "Holy Mother of God!" Okay. Great Odin's raven.
Great Odin's beard.
Great Odin's beard. By the son of Thor. Look at that thing. Okay, so let's see. Man, he's an ice demon, huh?
He's an ice elemental.
Ice elemental.
Mhm.
All right, I'm going to. I just have regular arrows. I can't do flaming arrows, can I?
You still have the torch in your, like, I would let you be creative and light the arrow on fire. I'm not sure what that'll do, but if that's what you want to try to do, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. So
Cool.
I have my torch that I used earlier.
Mhm.
I take my quiver out, my arrow, and then I kind of throw it in the torch and light the arrow on fire, the front of it.
Mhm.
And then I rear back and
Loose.
I let it go.
Awesome.
Here we go. Let's see. I take my short bow, attack, and here we go.
Ooh, natural 20.
90-20, baby.
Fantastic. All right, so that'll definitely hit.
That'll hit.
So at this point, TaLin, because of you being in the ice and the movement thing, I'm not going to give advantage on this attack. Despite the flanking, it's just I think you're trying to not freeze to death in the water. But Alessio, you can absolutely roll damage with your short bow, and then I'll add some extra damage to it. But roll a critical hit with it.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right,
If
hold on, let me do that.
if it gives you the option, I'll ignore that 4. You
yes,
can just.
it does. All right,
Yep.
here we go. Critical hit.
All right, so you do
9.
an additional 9, and then I'm gonna roll 2d4 fire damage for you. So it's an additional 4, but it's gonna do twice as much damage because it is vulnerable to fire. So it's going to do 9 damage, and then it's going to do an additional 8 damage. All right, so as you shoot this fiery arrow into Rhymegeist, it actually seems to pierce something on the inside of it, and you see that he's starting to kind of fade a little bit. Like his essence is almost like a icy blizzard tornado thing going on, but you see it start to slow down. He seems pretty hurt.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, TaLin, you are up. So you are in the water. You are going to start taking cold damage pretty soon if you don't get out of the water. In turn, since I didn't give you the advantage, I won't have him take an opportunity attack on you if you go past him.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So TaLin's going to do exactly that. She
Okay.
is going to get her little cold butt out of the water.
Sure.
Oops, over there.
Your hair, your like curly kind of hair is actually, it's got like it's a different kind of frosted tip, right? It's like it's got actual ice in it. And you shake it and like ice crystals fall out.
I would run out where I could still see him. There we go.
Sure.
This is still 15 feet, but I
Yeah,
can
that's
still
good.
see him.
Yep.
So with my freaking frosted hair,
Mhm.
and I'm shivering and everything, but I yell at him, like, don't tell me you don't fucking defend my friends. And I shoot at him with my bow and arrow.
So hold on, because you would know this. So shooting with a bow in melee range would end up being with disadvantage because you're not at like a ranged. So the fact that you're right
At
next to
15
him.
feet?
So no, you're not at 15 feet. You are directly next to him.
Oh.
You're right here.
Okay.
He's right here.
Okay, So that means I can use the machete part of the bow then?
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
like
you
the
could.
dagger part that's on the end?
You could do that, or you could use your machetes.
That's
or
actually
whatever
what I
you'd like.
wanted to do to begin with.
Cool.
Okay,
All right,
I'm
so
going to
go ahead
use the blade that's actually attached to it on the bottom, which makes me more happy. So it's still the same attack, so can I keep that
I
roll?
think it uses the versatile. I don't know. Just roll again. I don't remember how we made that work. I'm sure I have to fiddle with it, but I'm not going to do that now.
Okay.
All right.
Another attack roll. And that one's a 12.
All
Last
right.
one was a 22.
So a 12 will not hit. Oh, did you just roll damage? No, you rolled attack. All right, so a 12 will not hit. Your hands are shivering too much, and the blade just passes right through the ice elemental.
Okay, so with my other action, I whip out a machete and stab at him.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Those are always attack to me.
Roll it.
I'll roll. It's my thing. Still too cold.
All right, so
Took away my one good roll.
so Rhymegeist,
baby.
Rhymegeist actually holds his hand out towards you, and your machete just kind of goes right through his fingers, and he kind of stares at you like not intimidated whatsoever. All right, anything else?
I give him the bird.
I do not understand this symbol. So, all right. So Rhymegeist is going to, so he is going to see if he gets his Ice Nova back, which he does. Yay. He is going to scooch over. Looks like he can really only do. Yeah. All right. So let's see. He can't really pass through you, Agnomeio. So I think he might go down to the south. Yeah. I think he likes this better.
Oh, why is he coming this way?
Boom, boom, boom.
Did he not see all those people attacking him?
Because he wants. So TaLin, you can have an opportunity attack on him if you'd like, with one of your melee weapons. But while you're doing that, so he is going to come over here, and you see him. His hands kind of lift above his head, and you see his whole body turn to ice for a second, just solid ice. And then he stops for a moment, and he looks at you, Alessio. He says, "You."
Is a 16 hit?
A 16 will hit. Yeah. How much damage?
I waited until I found that out. 6.
That's all right. All right. So 6. So he looks at you, Alessio, and he says, "You may be the one worthy of the sword." And he reaches over and he actually picks up the sword himself. And he points it at you, Alessio, and he says, "Is there somebody that you wish to defend?"
Dude, give me a second. I have to go back to my backstory that I wrote.
Sure.
That I wrote years ago.
So while you're doing that, so what's everybody drinking? Let's let me know when you're ready, and we'll pop back into the game. But what's everybody drinking at this point?
I'm warming up with some real McCoy.
I have moved on to the Clement.
I've moved on to the high proof, and now I'm back on the low proof because I realized I was going a little too hard, a little too fast.
Nice.
Back at the Dorleys.
So I ended up grabbing the Balcones lineage. I actually was looking.
Yeah.
I was looking at my rye shelf, which is fairly small. And this was obviously not rye, but it was sitting right next to them, and I was like, I kind of want that instead. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
I couldn't find the Pike's
Is it
Fill.
rum finished?
Probably not.
All right, I'm ready. You ready?
Yep. All right.
All right.
So what are you doing?
I vow to protect my sister Mia. My father killed my mother, and I am always going to protect her no matter what.
Where is your sister now?
She's with my uncle back at home.
I will accompany you on your adventure to save Mia. But if you steer from this path, you will find you will find that I am no longer powerful, and that I will no longer function as your weapon. And at this point, you see Rhymegeist, he kind of collapses back into the sword, and you will now have Rhymegeist's Glacial Sting, which is a a magical sword that you now have on your person. So,
Woo!
and that will
Hey,
end
look at us.
combat.
Rapier brothers.
We got swords. We got.
I gotta say though, I think mine's a little friendlier. He's a little warmer, if you will.
Ha.
Yeah.
So for fun, let me stop the music. But for fun, why don't you guys read off those weapons and tell the chat what they do?
Sure.
Yeah, let me go to my inventory here.
Yeah. Because at this point, now that you are bound to them, I will allow them to be identified, but you still need to take a break in order to attune to them.
Well,
say,
TaLin is floating in the water and flipping you both off.
we can't equip these right away, or are we equipped with them?
So if you equip them, they will simply function as a normal rapier until you take time to attune to them, which is basically over a short rest, you could attune to them.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So mine says, "You're as cold as ice." I'm only kidding. All right. This slender rapier looks as if it has been carved from a single flawless piece of glacial ice. It is as hard as any steel and never melts. When unsheathed, a faint mist surrounds the blade, and the air around it glows perceptibly colder. Ooh, that's pretty. The hilt is wrapped in white leather, cool to the touch, with a crossguard shaped like delicate crystalline snowflakes. It's got, I'm not going to read all the descriptions, but magical abilities says icy assault, cold aura, freezing defense, frostbite flourish. Yes, I need to attune to it. The frostbite flourish ability can be used 3 times, and it regains all expanded uses when you finish a long rest. So,
yeah.
The frostbite flourish is a bonus action. You can cause a blade to chill with intense cold. The next time you hit a creature with a melee attack using this weapon before the end of your turn, the attack deals an additional 1d6 of cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So the sword itself always does an additional 1d6 cold damage every time that you hit with it. That's just by default. Okay. The frostbite flourish allows you to add an additional 1d6 of cold damage. The freezing defense gives a 10-foot radius of dim light for an additional 10. Bright light for 10 feet, an additional 10 feet for dim light, and you have resistance to fire damage while you hold the weapon. You can extinguish all non-magical flames within 30 feet when you pull the sword from its sheath, and it can't be used more than once per hour. As hilarious as that would be, there's a reason I didn't give that to Ed. He'd be like, "Ha, light your candle! Ha, light your candle!" Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Awesome. All right, Agnomeio, how about you?
Yes. So, Hyroxtus' Ember Edge. This rapier's blade appears to be wrought from pure molten lava. And it is, that's been cooled into a dark, glossy obsidian. Deep within the blade, veins of bright, fiery orange glow intermittently, resembling a living heart of flame. The hilt is blackened steel, adorned with small rubies, and the crossguard is shaped like tongues of flame. Magical abilities, much like Jason's, Flame's Fury. It does 1d6 extra fire damage. Flame Guard. In hot environments, the sword sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius, dim light for 10 feet, an additional 10 feet. And additionally, you have resistance to cold damage while you hold this drawn weapon. Now, is the resistance to cold, is that independent of the environment we're in, or is that also just in hot environments?
It's I believe it's all the time. You just basically have resistance to cold now. Got it.
And then Blaze Strike, much the same. As a bonus action, you can cause the blade to flare with intense heat and do an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's inhabited by my good friend Pyroxis.
Yes. Yours does not say it, Alessio, because I apparently forgot to put it in there, but yours is also inhabited by Rhymegeist. So
Rhymegeist is like in the sword hanging out.
Basically, if you guys are not sticking to what they enjoy and what they think that you are worth, then there could be consequences. But I will fill in the detail so you can kind of get a better idea, Alessio.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So if we do something
Does Agnomeio just have to dance like every time he attacks people now?
I mean, I'm fine with that. That's something I do anyway.
We may need live performances post rum shot.
Okay, so we still have some time left. So I'll shut up. You guys just met back up, and obviously, I will also tell you. No, I won't. You guys just got back together. I'm just gonna keep that to myself. You just got back together. Obviously, you have these brand new swords. You're flourishing around, and take it from there. What would you like to do?
So I tell everybody, hey, Knobolas and I figured out how to open the door. I say the hallway does not look trapped, so there's another door at the end of the hall. You guys want to go check it out?
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna warm up with my cool flame sword.
Knobolas suddenly feels so incompetent.
So Agnomeio, you and TaLin
snuggles up to Agnomeio.
Your clothes actually start to dry
really cold.
Slowly, but definitely noticeably. It's like steam's kind of coming off of you. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's toasty. All right, so you guys are heading into the next room?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Go to the hall.
Cool.
How long is a short rest, y'all? Just,
So 30
hours.
minutes.
If somebody...
30 minutes?
Oh.
Man, I've been overestimating.
Yep. So long rest is 8 hours. Some people do an hour for a short rest. I do 30 minutes because whatever. Are you guys, would you like to take a short rest?
I could use, so remind me, long rests are the only ones that restore your spell slots, right?
Correct. Yes. So short rests allow you to roll your hit dice and heal yourselves.
Yeah, but as far as a time frame though, guys,
right.
Yeah.
I'm solid on health. I don't know about you guys, but
I'm not going health. I just want some spell slots. So I don't think it's a safe time to do a long rest, but I'll stick.
No, yeah. Well, and we got to do this before we leave tomorrow and everything.
Let's hurry it up.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
If anything, do we want to give Booker? I know we got some potions before we left. Does he need a potion of healing?
I just took mine.
Because he's pretty beat up.
He's let's see. He's got 12 out of 32, and I have 15 out of 49. Does Booker get hit dice? He doesn't.
He does.
Can I give Booker hit dice?
Booker also has his own hit dice.
Okay. I'll follow along, but I'll follow along in the back.
Okay.
With
All right. So you guys walk through this. Well, tell me, are you walking through? Yep, looks like Alessio is.
Yeah, we walk through.
All right, so you walk all the way to the end of this this corridor here, and you see a door to the right. The door has some script on it that says, "Embrace the eyes of the earth's bounty. Walk as its children do."
Embrace the eyes of the earth's bounty.
So potatoes?
On all fours like the Lumiclos?
There's two different thought processes here: potatoes and lumina.
I'll give you a hint. One of those is definitely not right.
Freaking Agnomeio got me with that. I don't know why. The way he said it. Potatoes? Okay.
Oh boy.
But I think Adriana's onto something with the Lumiglows. Can you read it again, Bill?
So I posted it in chat, but it's "Embrace the eyes of the earth's bounty. Walk as its children do."
Embrace the eyes of the earth.
The eyes is the only part that's throwing me off. What does it mean?
Glow? Walk on all four?
I would imagine the earth's bounty is the sunstone.
The sunstone.
Growing from the earth. It's growing from the earth.
That makes sense.
Embrace
the eyes could be like the reflections or something.
Yeah, do we need to look into the sunstone and look in our own eyes?
Well, last time we did that, we had some freaking monsters triggered.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very true.
I was also going to say, is the door unlocked?
The door.
Maybe whatever the eyes are on the other side.
You guys have not tried to open the door yet, so.
I'd also like to point out that potatoes do have eyes.
They sure do.
No, we're not doubting.
That's totally fair.
We
Not
understood, Ed.
Can
Boil
we
him,
do,
mash him, stick him in a stew.
Can I do an investigation check on the door?
You sure can. Go ahead. And while you're rolling that, I'm gonna tell you guys the thing. So I was playing trivia a couple of weeks ago, and this table next to us, we'll just hold off on that. This table next to us was also playing trivia, and we were worried that we were gonna hear each other. So they were like, "Oh, we'll try to talk quiet if you guys do too. That's fine." There was a little plant in between both of our tables, and I pointed at it and I said, "It's okay. I probably won't hear you. I have some chlorophyll here." Which I'm telling you because I wanted to relive the cringe. And
Yeah.
what was worse is they didn't make any comment or any sign that they heard me, and they definitely heard me. I'm
That's
very
fair.
they reacted appropriately and I did not. Yes. All right. So you rolled a 16 for investigation. Everything that you see, there doesn't appear to be any traps.
No
You
trap.
see any Lumaglow?
You guys do not see any Lumaglow at the moment.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to just turn the handle or click the door and see
Sure.
see what happens.
Sure. All right. So you open the door, and ahead of you, there is a room. In this room, it's fairly dark, but if you can kind of peer over. Well, let me just back up. So this room itself is a fairly large rectangle. In this room are a number of stones that are like stone pillars kind of sticking out of the ground from down below. It looks to be about 20-30 foot drop. Down below are gigantic shards of sunstone crystal. It looks as if you were to try to cross this, you'd have to jump from one pedestal to the next. And at the far end of this room, you see that there's two very bright sunstones that have been cut. They look like they're huge, easily probably like 15, 20 pounds apiece. They're gigantic, and they are embedded within the walls.
Like diamonds.
What in the Squid Game is this?
What in the Squid Game? So,
Right.
oh my god. How athletic is everyone?
I mean, pretty.
Did we notice the dwarves walking weird when we came in? Like,
The ones
they could
coming from the
also
come
be
right in might have been.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I mean, let's embrace the eyes of the earth's bounty. Walk as its children's do. So, I mean, are they talking about like children like playing hopscotch and like kind of jumping across, or
Try to skip every other one.
I'm trying to figure out, is there a pattern here? Because I see like
I know that's what I was looking at too. I wasn't sure if there was a.
it's not quite. I don't know. It doesn't quite match up to be like a pattern.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Did the Lumaglow walk weird? On all fours? Do we need to be on all fours?
I mean,
Let's try it.
The Lumaglow are gecko type creatures. They definitely walk on all fours.
I mean, I got a +9 in athletics. I could maybe try it out.
+9. Holy Jesus! I am the absolute opposite of you. You go first.
All right, I don't know. What do you want to do, guys? Do it.
Let's try jumping on some rocks like Lumaglows do.
Wait, how far is the fall? Like how far
So-
down? Like if
so
these
the-
rocks
It's
collapse?
like 30 feet.
So the fall is about 20 to 30 feet onto sunstone shards. So if you fall, you're going to probably... So normally a fall like that would take 2d6 damage, but I'm going to make it 2d8 because you're going to be landing on spikes, essentially.
Yeah, you're dead.
So if you fall...
Okay.
you're
You
gonna
have
get hurt.
rope? You have rope? Anybody got rope? I have rope.
You have
I
rope.
could die it.
Rope? Anybody? Rope?
I have some rope too.
Okay.
I have
All right. We tie some rope around Alessio. You make the jump, and we'll be able to get you if you fall.
All right, I like that idea.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I want you to ping on the map where you're going to jump. And actually, I would like you to make... No, we'll do it. We'll do it every time. Tell me where you want to go. No. Roll me an athletics. You know what? No, I'm dumb. It's unnecessary to roll athletics. You guys are adventurers, and it's about a 3.5 to 4 foot jump. You can reliably make these jumps.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to jump to. How do I highlight a thing?
Just click and hold, and it will ping the map. There you go.
That one.
Okay. All right. So I'll move you just for the sake of this. All right. So you jump onto this pedestal, and it feels very solid. You're standing. Nothing's falling. Nothing seems out of place.
All right. I'm going to move to the next one in front of it.
Okay. All right. So you jump onto the next one, and immediately the rock beneath you starts to crumble, and you start to fall.
It starts to fall. Oh, I immediately leap and get to the one here.
Okay. In this case, because you're trying to make that jump, I do want you to roll me acrobatics.
Acrobatics, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Acrobatics.
Everybody hold on to the rope.
Hold on to the rope.
Yeah.
11.
An 11. I think a 10 or better is enough to jump. All right. So you land on this one, and it stays up. It seems okay.
Okay. So some of these. So I kind of call back to the group. Hey guys, some of these, once you hit them, they crumble. And it looks like some are more solid.
Maybe it's because you have to zigzag as you go. Like if you walk on all fours.
So if you notice, I don't know if this is, that's probably, if you look at the surface of some of the platforms, some of them are kind of moving a little bit and some of them are not. I don't know if you see the animation.
That is the glowing of the sunstone lights in the room.
Okay, that's what
you've seen this in previous corridors.
Yes.
So Knobolas would like to jump to this first one that was safe. This one right here.
Sure. Actually, just for everybody's sake, I'll do a little check mark on the. Actually, I'll circle the good ones, or the ones that seem good anyway. All right, so you jump onto that, no problem.
So Alessio, what if you went back to the one in front of the one that crumbled, so that you're kind of zigzagging?
This one.
Across.
Okay. Yeah, almost like hopscotch. Okay, right. So let me do that. I'm gonna go to the one. This one.
So you jump to that, no problems, nice and solid.
All right, I'm gonna jump to the one that he was on previously.
So who is holding the rope?
I'm holding onto the rope behind him.
Okay, so you're gonna.
Lynn, I guess, are also holding it.
Yeah, because there's only. You only have so much feet of rope.
We've got more rope behind.
So something to consider, and at some point, depending on where you guys are, that rope is gonna fall. He's gonna fall to the ground before that rope really catches too. So something to consider.
Right.
Yeah,
all right.
That's a good point.
What's the next move?
I can't get Knobolas. I'm trying to drag him.
Where are you trying to drag him to?
To where Alessio was before.
All right. Down here. Okay. You jump? No problem. It's a little off, but.
So zigzag?
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
So
is anyone following us? So I look back at the group. I'm like, y'all coming?
Yeah. Okay. I will jump out in the most potato-like manner I possibly can.
You land on your belly and you hold on to all four corners of the thing.
I just curl up.
TaLin and Booker are holding the end of the rope.
So far, you guys are all good. TaLin and Booker's holding it in his teeth. TaLin, you're holding it. I would imagine that you guys are all kind of holding it to some degree.
All right, so I'm gonna go here next to kind of keep that. Yep.
Okay. No problem. That one works too.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna jump to the one behind him, where he was just on.
Okay.
Just a little train.
Are we gonna do that? Are you following TaLin, or because your rope's gonna start?
Following the safe
path. I am. I'm gonna jump on Booker's back, and Booker's, so that we're jumping.
Perfect. All right, tell you what, I'm gonna put you just in the middle of the room so you have visibility, but we'll move Booker because it's
Okay.
All right, cool. Okay, Alessio, what's next?
This one right here.
Okay. All right, so you jump, and this one starts crumbling beneath your feet, and you start to fall.
Oh crap! All right, I'm gonna jump to this one right in front of me. Do you need another acrobatics roll?
I do.
Okay. Help me, Jesus. Oh God.
All right, so you go to jump and you stumble and you do land on it on your stomach, and this one starts to crumble too, and you start plummeting.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Let's all go to grab the rope tight.
Yeah,
Everybody pull.
I just grab the rope and everybody pulls because I'm not gonna have time to get up and do another roll here.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Knobolas, Agnomeio, and TaLin, please make strength saving throws for me.
Okay.
Collectively, I'm going to be judging this collectively.
Oh man.
All right, so Agnomeio is pretty strong. Wow.
I'm a pocket Hercules.
All right, with a 20, a 5, and a 16. So Knobolas, the rope actually pulls out of your hand, and Alessio, you find yourself falling a little bit further, but you are caught before you hit any sort of spikes or the ground. Knobolas, you are no longer holding onto the rope.
Okay.
All right, so Alessio, you are now dangling. We'll say it's kind of caught on this guy right here. And
Okay.
yeah.
Is that the last solid one I was on?
Yes. Yep.
I want
Alright.
to. Because I'm
Or
not
wasn't the
really.
last solid one this? Was it this one?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it was that one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're jumping onto that. Okay. So Knobolas, you're good on that.
I'm the one
So-
that was sick.
Well, so let's deal with Alessio for a sec. So Alessio, you
Yeah.
are dangling from this rope at the moment. What's everybody doing?
We're pulling you up so that you can be pulled up to where the rope is pulling over the last stable rock. So you can get up.
So, that
Does
wasn't.
that make sense?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that back on. All right.
Oh, I can't hear the music, so I'm like sitting here like, what? Did that not make any sense?
Sorry about that. This is the when you guys are planning your heist. It's called Casino Heat.
There you go.
Oh,
Anyway, all right. So Alessio's dangling from a rope at the moment. You guys are holding it. Knobolas is not. Agnomeio and Booker are and TaLin, you guys are holding the rope, and you're presumably
All right.
pulling him
So
up.
just if you guys can just
Pulling
pull
him
me up to the.
Yep.
Pull me up so I can get on the last solid one.
Sure. All right.
Yep.
So I'll put you back kind of where you were when you fell.
All right. Thank you
Okay,
guys.
I'm gonna go back to.
so maybe you need like we zigzagged, but kept going like just the one, like right, left. So maybe do one where you go.
Maybe I have to go.
I don't know how to ping. How do you ping?
You click and hold.
Yeah. I don't know if I should go right.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if you should go here.
I think you need to stare directly at the sunstone whenever you jump. Embrace the
Yeah,
eyes.
come back.
Well,
and
no,
then
I'm
come
gonna
back.
I'm gonna play it safe. I don't
That
want to
way.
jump too far. I'm gonna go here first and see what happens.
Okay. All right. So you make the jump, and it works.
Okay, solid there.
We all follow along slowly.
Follow along slowly.
Sure. All right. I'll just kind of drag you guys to make
Yeah,
life easy.
I can't seem to pick up a pattern here, but I mean it's just kind of random here.
You might be brute forcing this puzzle a little bit.
My forcing, so it is a puzzle.
Well, there was a riddle. It's a puzzle.
Yeah, follow as the children do. I just,
Screw embracing the eyes. I'm embracing chaos.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
eyes.
Is it because like there's those two at the end? Are those like the eyes?
Oh yeah, maybe we have to follow where those things are staring, but okay.
But it's
Well,
not
I'm
like
gonna-
They're
I'm
not
gonna jump
staring anywhere.
here.
They're basically just embedded in the walls.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump here next.
Okay. That works.
Okay, and then here next.
Okay.
Mm.
That works.
Okay.
You gonna keep going to the next one?
Not to that far one.
All right. Ping where you'd like to go.
I'm gonna go here next.
All right. All right. So this one is no problem as well.
Okay.
You're getting there. So you're about halfway across at this point, and now you notice that the two sunstones at the end, they start to glow a little brighter. They're kind of illuminating the room a bit.
Illuminating the room a little bit. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Which one should I go to? Diagonal or straight ahead? Yeah, based on the trying to see if I can pick up a pattern here. Cross, done. I'm gonna go cross. I'm gonna go here.
Okay. All right, so you jump. No problem. You land on that, and the stone feels very solid.
Can I catch up with them?
Absolutely.
I just want to go to the.
Yeah, I've been kind of moving you guys as things go.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So at the moment, you guys are. I'm going to assume, Knobolas, you're also holding onto the rope again at this point.
Yeah.
So you guys are holding the rope. You're only about probably 25 feet from front to back, and the rope, I'm guessing, is about 50 feet. So you're doing okay.
All right, let's go to.
All right.
Oh man!
So you make the jump. You land on the pillar, and it begins to crumble beneath your feet.
Wait, no, I didn't select that one. Who selected that one?
Oh, that might have been TaLin. TaLin, don't ping things. It's always TaLin.
I said here with a question mark at the end. I said here with a question mark at the end.
I jumped the gun a little bit, I suppose, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, don't go to that one.
Don't go
You have a moment of premonition where your new little buddy in your sword tells you don't jump on that one.
I'm going here.
Are you sure? All
Uh,
right. No, it's fine.
I'm gonna go here, following the pattern. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you jump onto this pillar here, and the ground starts to shift beneath you, and the rock starts to give way. However, it does not crumble this time. It just starts to sway, and you see the two sunstones. They illuminate and both fire a laser at you. So I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, a freaking laser at me.
Were we like all supposed to walk together somehow as like a one big
25.
creature?
25 is great. All right, so you're going to take 7 points of radiant damage.
Even with a
So it's
like how much damage?
It's basically well, so you do also have what is it called? One of your features.
I have the
Is it uncanny
Think of
dodge?
it as a snake.
No. It's
no, not that one. It's the
I think you might evasion.
evasion, yeah.
Nimbly dodge out of the way. When you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw, you take half damage. You instead take no damage. All right, so you actually take no damage from that if you use evasion, which I would imagine that you'd be
I'm
dumb
definitely
not to.
using that as a
right.
action for sure.
Excellent. Okay, so you so they make an attack at you, and actually you're kind of going to be immune to these things, which is pretty sweet. All right, where are you going next?
Hold on a second. Where?
I ain't clicking shit.
I had that. Is it under bonus action, the evasion thing?
I don't know. It's under features, I think.
Oh, features. Criminal cunning action. Oh yeah, there it is. Got it. Uncanny dodge.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, you have uncanny dodge,
Right.
but you also have evasion. So
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna get out of the way of this freaking laser beam, and I'm gonna go right here.
okay. All right, you jump and you land and you're safe. However, Knobolas, you don't necessarily know where to go because the place that Alessio jumped to blasted him with a laser. So what do you want to do next?
Gotcha.
Oh,
That
okay.
was the one that's right in front of me, right?
The one with the X on it, in front to the forward and down. That's the one that Alessio just got blasted on.
Gotcha. I'd like to try to go to the one in between the two X's, like this one right.
Sure.
Yeah, right here.
Smart move because you jump and you're safe.
Nice.
All right. Alessio, you have 3 choices to make.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go to this corner one right here.
Okay. So you jump to that corner one. The ground starts to shake beneath you, and this one starts to crumble, and you start to fall.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna do a quick athletics save.
Sure. Where are you going
Acrobatics, I
next?
should say.
Where are you trying to jump to?
To the one right below this one.
All right. With a 22, you make it. There you go. All right. So that one's out. You guys, after this, I might even tell you what the secret was, because just you got brute forced right through this thing. This is great.
I really did. Yeah. I don't. This was so random, but I'm sure there was a puzzle.
There's very much a puzzle.
So.
Yeah. All right, Knobolas, where are you jumping next to next?
I'm just gonna follow this path, so I'm gonna go to top one.
So this one
Top
right
right.
here?
No, sorry.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you jump to that one. It starts to crumble.
Wait. What? Is that not where he was?
That was not where he was.
Fuck. Okay.
I asked you. So
I know you did. I know.
all right, so the ground begins.
I'm going to try to jump back to this one using whatever skill you make me try.
All right, so here's how this is going to work, because, and I'm going off of what you guys said verbatim. So if it's something different, then I apologize, but you didn't say it. Knobolas, Agnomeio, and Booker are all holding the rope. Alessio is tied to the rope. So Knobolas, you start to plummet as this ground, falls out beneath you. I'd like you to make an acrobatics check to see if you can jump away.
Sorry, guys.
Wait,
Oh, I'm
you can't
actually
just
decent.
hold on to the rope?
I'm decent at this.
He's holding on to the rope, but we'll see what happens. All right,
17.
a 17. You're able to make it. I was really hoping for that. I want somebody to get pierced.
I had a risky whiskey ready to go.
Oh, good to know. All right, Alessio, where are you jumping to?
Am I jumping? I mean, just
Yeah.
the door?
So there's one more stone. So I'm gonna just assume you jump there, and it totally is fine. The door opens as you step on this last tile, and a room before you is completely dark. There is absolutely no light, and even your dark vision does not seem to work in this room.
Oh, shit.
The rest of you make your way across the bridge. We'll just kind of speed run through that real quick. And you step into this dark room. And that's where we're going to end for the night. This is that room that said darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one that just
Hey,
says dark.
we made it. We made it through probably fine.
You did.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
Just
That's a
barely.
plus.
Can you tell us, dumbasses, what the
Yeah.
trick
Yeah,
is?
please.
Absolutely. All right. So, embrace the eyes of the earth's bounty, walk as its children do. If you would have held the things up to your eyes and looked through them, the sunstone, you would have seen a number of runes on these that would have absolutely just shown you the way to go. Does that make sense? So the cut ones that you got from the elementals, those would have been fine, or even some of the shards would have been okay. If you would have just kind of looked through them as if a seeing glass, you would have seen these runes on the ground.
What was the quote again?
Embrace the eyes of the earth's
bounty. Walk as its children do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we
Tricky,
could figure that out.
tricky white boy.
That I've been called a lot worse, but yeah. All right, so here's some good news. You guys didn't take a short rest. However, I'm still going to grant you a level up because you guys fought off quite a bit of stuff tonight. So you're all going to be leveling up to level 9. For those of you listening at home, we're going to be taking a 2-week game hiatus. However, there might be something going on the channel, possibly next Monday or the following Monday. Just look for an event. It's going to be kind of like a chatting thing. Also, I'll be putting out normal content as always. So I hope that you guys join us back here in a couple of weeks to see what is in the darkness room. It'll be the 28th.
And I'm super excited for leveling up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do me a favor. Don't wait until the 27th.
I'm leveling up immediately.
I'm gonna upload all of your details to D&D Beyond. That way you guys can have all of your stuff. But so give me 5 minutes to do all of that, and then we'll be good. All right.
Cool.
Yeah. Anything else? You guys are good for the tonight. You did not have to kill the elementals, which was cool.
Yeah, I was wondering what would happen if we had killed one of them. Would the sword not work? I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean,
I wish we had.
maybe
I wish
not.
we'd kill that little cold bastard.
Yeah, he's an ass.
I was really hoping that you guys were going to go in the water because I really wanted to freeze it. So, yeah. I will say that the excuse me, the chaos of the fire was absolutely designed for Agnomeio. I would have let
Yeah,
either
that makes sense.
Agnomeio or Alessio pick up either rapier, but I had somebody in mind for each one.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Once
Cool.
I heard they were rapiers, I'm like, I'm pretty sure we know who these are.
Yeah.
So,
There is potentially something still more to find out about those rapiers, but we'll see how that happens.
Make lightsaber noises when you hit them together.
They certainly can
Ooh.
if you
Cool.
go whoosh whoosh. I'm very excited for this darkness room that you guys are going
I
into.
feel like Agnomeio and
I'm
Alessio,
not
when
excited.
they like clash the swords together, it's gonna be like I don't know, like fire and ice, like
Don't cross the beams situation.
don't cross the streams. Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah.
We'll have to see. All right. So again, just remember everybody, I'm doing a podcast on Thursday. I believe it goes live while they're recording it, and then it'll show up on the actual podcast. So when the time comes, I'll post that on the channel's community tab. Other than that, if you guys are here because you found the AI videos and you're enjoying everything, just try to vote on the things, because I have a whole bunch of ideas for the AI videos, but it's more fun to do what you guys want me to do. Aside from that, I think we're good.
check out the Discord for all of that
Yes.
stuff too.
That too.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And the Patreon.
Definitely the
And the
Patreon.
Yeah. Patreon. Join the
Your
Patreon.
vote counts double if you're a patron.
Oh, so that's
Not
something interesting that we're going to be doing. So I'm over this couple of weeks that we're going to be off, I'm going to be developing a bit of a system for you guys to be able to help the players. So that'll be really fun. All right. Well, I don't want to, obviously my voice is going. I don't want to delay any longer. So if you guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Cheers, everybody.
Hello.